Hello, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Pathology Academy. I'm Dr. Aditi Kumar, and today I will be talking about approach to soft tissue sarcomas. So let's get started. Always begin with gathering clinical information. For example, age is important as certain sarcomas are common in children and certain sarcomas are common in adults. For example, rhabdomyosarcoma is common in children and in adults, undifferentiated pleomorphic sarcoma is common. Synovial sarcoma is common in young adults. Location like extremities, the possibility of undifferentiated pleomorphic sarcoma or leiomyosarcoma is more. In vitroperitoneum, the possibility of liposarcoma or leiomyosarcoma is more. Always assess the depth of the swelling, whether it was superficial or was it deep swelling. If there is size more than 5 centimeter, then there is suspicion of malignancy. If the growth rate is rapid, it could give a suspicion of being malignant. History of radiation exposure in cases of post-radiation sarcomas, NF1 mutations in case of malignant peripheral nerve sheath tumors, Lee-Fraumeni syndrome or TP53 mutations, which are common in many soft tissue sarcomas like undifferentiated pleomorphic sarcoma or leiomyosarcoma or liposarcoma. Most soft tissue sarcomas are large, deep seated mass with gray white cut surface, fleshy cut surface, and infiltrative margins. Frequent necrosis and hemorrhage can be seen on gross examination. And special clues if there is yellowish fatty appearance, it could be a liposarcoma. Fish breast appearance is seen in rhabdomyosarcoma, and whorled appearance is seen in leiomyosarcomas. Macroscopic examination is the most important step in detection of soft tissue sarcomas. So, assess systematically according to the cell type and pattern. If spindle cells are predominant, you can think in terms of leiomyosarcoma, malignant peripheral nerve sheath tumor, fibrosarcoma, and undifferentiated pleomorphic sarcoma. If epithelioid cell is predominant, you can think in terms of epithelioid sarcoma or pecoma. Round cells are seen in Ewing sarcoma and rhabdomyosarcoma. Pleomorphism is noted in pleomorphic undifferentiated sarcoma or undifferentiated pleomorphic sarcoma. Biphasic pattern is noted in synovial sarcoma. Key morphological features look for differentiation if it is smooth muscle differentiation, skeletal muscle differentiation, fat cells differentiation, or there is neurological or nerve cell differentiation. Mitosis count should be assessed in per 10 high power field. Necrosis should be accounted for. Infiltration into soft tissue and fat should be accounted for. A grading is mostly done by FNC LCC grading, which takes in account differentiation, the mitotic rate, and necrosis. And according to that, the tumors are graded as low, intermediate, and high grade. After microscopy, the next step is immunohistochemistry panel, which should be always subtype driven. Start with broad markers and then narrow it down to the situational markers. For example, the broad screen markers include cytokeratin or EMA for carcinoma, synovial sarcoma, epithelioid sarcoma, S100 and oxoxtin for nerve tumors, melanoma, liposarcoma, Desmin SMA H. Geldesmon for leiomyosarcoma, myogenin MyoD1 for rhabdomyosarcoma, CD34 for dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans, TLE1 for synovial sarcoma, HMB45 or Milan A for pecoma, INI1 loss for epithelioid sarcoma, and situational markers include H3K27 Me3 loss as seen in malignant peripheral nerve sheath tumors, MDM2 or CDK4 for well differentiated or de differentiated liposarcoma, and STAT6 nuclear for solitary fibrous tumor. Molecular testing is done when morphology and immunohistochemistry are conclusive. I have given here a list of molecular signatures for specific sarcomas. You can go through this and memorize these. For final diagnosis, always integrate clinical findings with imaging findings, morphology, immunohistochemistry studies, and molecular results. And report should include the subtype, the grade, the margins, necrosis, and mitotic rate. For differential diagnosis, always think of the mix. The benign mimics are nodular fasciitis, schwannoma, lipoma, etc., and carcinomas, melanoma, lymphoma. Always think about the differential diagnosis. Management overview for soft tissue sarcomas, wide surgical excision is the mainstay of treatment. Radiotherapy is given for local control, and chemotherapy is given in special cases like rhabdomyosarcoma, Ewing sarcoma, and in high grade sarcomas. Here I've given you images from some soft tissue sarcomas like liposarcoma, malignant peripheral nerve sheath tumor, rhabdomyosarcoma, embryonal type. But I would like to tell you that it's very difficult to differentiate sarcoma sometimes, and at that point of time, you have to rely on the morphological features, both gross, microscopic, immunohistochemistry findings, and molecular studies. Always make a note of the grade of the tumor, the type of the tumor, the number of mitosis present, presence of necrosis, the excision margins should be commented on, and if required, ask for molecular studies. Thank you and bye for now. Hope the video was useful for you all.